Okay, hopefully this one's going to work. Let's hope. Maybe. Now, it did. Well, crap. I didn't. It must have come after I left the house. Go figure. So, and the other one not working. And I've been talking, and nobody's been hearing anything. Kind of like that song. I hear them talking, but you can't hear what they're saying. Hey, October Opal. Welcome to the craziness of chat. Hey, Teresa Woods, welcome to chat. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. I hope everybody else knows to come over to this chat because one's working. But yeah, I'm not about to go through that door. Sorry. Love y'all, but yeah, no, we're just going to have to deal with this internet here. Hey, David, good evening. Welcome to chat. How are you doing? 'Cause, yeah, no, I do not need any excitement of stomach flu. Nope, I've been talking for a while. Apparently, y'all didn't hear anything I said. But yeah, it was recording, so if y'all want to hear what all I was talking about, you can go to the first one. That stuff. But stomach bug? No. No. I have no desire to be sipping on no Sprite or Gatorade. Yep, I kept seeing in the chat box that y'all were talking about it's buffering, and I was just a talking and everything. Yep, y'all could probably after this one go back to the first one and hear what all I was saying if it plays. But yeah, I, I'm I like excitement, but stomach flu is just not up there on the list for me. It was took off my bucket list a long time ago. Sorry, I'm watching these crazy birds. Believe me, I am. I've got too many videos I need to make. So y'all gonna have to put up sorry with neighborhood noise, birds singing, occasional train. Probably a dog will get to barking before long. Jane a peeping out the window. Also, if you see some birds flying up to this little red mop bucket, Carolina wrens have a huge nest built in it. Ants with the signal. So, yep, I want y'all outside so I could have the live stream because, yep, I'm not being caught dead seen in a McDonald's. Sorry, y'all. And ugh, just the thought of even smelling it. No, no, thank you. And yeah, no to Starbucks either. But yeah, no, I'm getting slightly older and a little bit more slower, And the thought of trying to make a mad dash to the bathroom, yeah, no, not happening. Hey, Blend's Promised Land Ranch, welcome to chat. I hope you're doing well. But yep, it I, it's a public chat, so it shouldn't give you no trouble whatsoever. So hopefully now that I've scooted even closer, which now it's kind of weird because I feel weird like there's some kind of halo thing above my head. Oh, we're just talking. Usually, if somebody comes up with the question, I usually talk about what's going on around the yard because it's not any gardening because I'm not about to make it down into the garden. I got the section that I call Biontopia finished being mulched, and I tried to walk in it yesterday. Felt like I was walking across a waterbed. I got out of there real fast. Yeah, no, no, it makes me all nervous like. Oh, okay. Well, welcome, Zombie Bunny. Welcome to chat. You're now officially one of the owls. So, you have questions about thistle. But no, what I was trying to say in the first chat, okay, yeah, because I explained all of that in the actual first one, and apparently nobody could hear a word that I was saying. I've been talking like crazy. Uh, on the asparagus, I cut mine. I hold it and cut it, and that way it doesn't put stress on the plant, and you don't take chance of the roots coming dislodged. But you definitely want to cut your asparagus. I don't twist. I don't snap because I've seen people pull their asparagus plants up. Oh, about the morels, I have the spore. Um, Supposed to be delivered later this week. I've got all the wood chips and everything to build the bed. I don't have the money to buy the cinder blocks, so I'm gonna have to figure something out. That's the one thing holding me up. I don't have the finances to get the cinder blocks because when he got hurt, our finances came to a screeching halt. But yep, I have all this. I have red morels, which are the brown morels that you find in the woods, and I also have black morel spawn. Both spawn coming, or spores, not spawn. Spores coming. So that video will eventually happen once I can get the cinder blocks. I might just have to jimmy rig a different raised bed, which I'm probably going to do that one because I know once the spores get here, I need to act fast so they'll still be good. So that one's coming. Okay, sorry, zombie. Benefits of the thistle. I'd have to know which thistle it is because there's bull thistle, there's milk thistle, and there's 4 or 5 other thistles. So I would have to know exactly what thistle it is. Hey Ashley, I tried to tell you hello in the last chat. Now maybe you could hear me. Good evening and welcome to chat. It's okay. Apparently, I'm having trouble with the internet as well. The background is because I'm outside. I'm not going through that door. Through that door, family has stomach flu. I like adventures, but I'm avoiding that adventure. All right, I'll look that one up. I don't use the bull thistle much, but if you have a picture of it, that would be great. That way I could absolute um, identify it because each one works different. Now, if it was a milk thistle, I could tell you exactly it'd be good for digestion, especially if you're having gallbladder issues or if you have other digestion problems. It helps with that as well. Now, bull thistle can be used for many things, but I want to tell you correctly and not tell you something about one thistle because each thistle works differently. And I don't want to tell you the wrong information unless I had an exact identification of it. So if you have a picture of it, please email it to me, all lowercase, old ways gardening and prepping, one word, at gmail.com. I'll be more than happy to help you. Oh my gracious, yes, goldfinches will tear some thistles up. And believe me, all them thistles are thorny. Some's not as bad as others. Oh, you're welcome, but I don't want to give anybody any information miscorrectly. As long as I know exactly what it is, that way I feel better because I don't want to steer anybody wrong. And I don't know who sent you my way, but I am thankful that they sent you. Because, yep, I am the crazy herb lady. But no, what I was trying to say on the previous live stream, where my mouth was moving, but nobody could hear what I was saying. I'm looking forward to going back and seeing if any of that actually plays. If not, I'll just delete it. Um, I made a mistake on my short video this afternoon. I went back because I knew something was wrong and off. I watched the video for that. It's not more Sumatra oranges coming up. It's all honey tangerines coming up, which even makes me more happy. Yeah, because it's all part of the artichoke family. Artichokes in that family, I mean. But yeah, there's so many wonderful things, and I've got to hopefully this week get out into the woods and do a spring foraging video as well because I am so behind on that. I have my big yearly plant swap coming up Saturday. I've got to get a bunch of stuff potted to take there. Okay, and I'll check that out later this evening, and it's going to be late before I give you a response. So you might be in bed unless you're a night owl, but it'll be in your email here soon. But yeah, I've got to get to uh, planning up some plants to take for Saturday swap. I'm looking forward to it. Of course, I'm going to film it so y'all can see the hectic craziness of crazy plant people at a plant swap. I'm looking forward to it. It takes so long for each one to come along, even though we have two a year. It just seems like it's been forever since the last one. And let's see. Oh, I was talking about the Osage orange, also known as Bodoc, several other names. is still germinating and coming up. And let's see, I got more lemons coming up. I've got those honey tangerines coming up. I have close to probably 50 pecan trees coming up. I'm gonna make a video on that because I've got to get them transplanted out of that big pot that I start them in into individual pots. Oh my gracious, what else do I? I've still got more roses to transplant out of that big pot, and that first batch of Rosa rugosa roses that I transplanted in that video, everyone has taken. They are happy, they are healthy, and I'm happy. And I still have more of them coming up, and it's just been the crazy tree year. And I still have to get the seed started for the, what is it? Honey. Oh, what is it? I done forgot. Just slipped my mind. It means I'm way too busy. Um, also noticed I have variegated Solomon seal coming up from roots I just knew was dead last year. Oh no, not again. Am I back or am I gone again? Okay. Yep. Crap. Hold on, we might have to move over. We're gonna get this figured out. I'll move closer to the wall. It's better now? Okay, good. Good. Y'all gonna die laughing. You know what the base where I'm setting my laptop on? I have a towel on top just for the rim so the edge doesn't touch the laptop. Uh, the base is the barbecue smoker that I have. Are y'all still going in and out? Hold on, we're going to change to a different. Okay. God, that thing's. Okay. Am I still good? Okay. If I go to acting up again, I'll move over here. Yeah, the base that I is the bottom to my smoker. Okay, good. Because I didn't want to have to move again and try to. We'll get this figured out. I told you we go on a venture for a while. But yep, I've got a lot coming up. Also found out that some flocks that was given to me last year. What's a barbecue? uh, some blocks. Totally forgot all about last year because it was crazy last year. Variegated Solomon seal coming up. Those roots were dead as a doornail. Uh, Hey, I can to make sure live stream goes through. You sure it died or did it just die back? Did it get nipped by frost or anything? Because these plants that are coming back were not by my fault, neglected. Because I thought about them. Like I said, you got to be careful about setting something down and, yeah, getting too busy. But these plants apparently love to be neglected. It might have got too hot in there. Is your grow tent outside or inside? It could have got too warm or too wet. Yep, keep trying. Man, I thought that bird was going to have me because it was flying straight for me. Hello, L&L Honeycomb Homestead. Welcome to chat. Good evening. I'm above ground and doing great. Oh, y'all want to talk about funny? Let's talk about funny because y'all that have known me for a while know I'm mischievous and I like to play practical jokes. And these last 2 days have been really trying because my best to give people the benefit of the doubt. Okay, like I know people are touched, and I'm not talking about in a other way. I'm talking about had to go to Walmart, minding my own business. I go to checkout. Now she goes by Samantha, way too giddy. All right. She asked me, well, hey, how are you doing? Now, I'm tired. I'm not being mean, so don't think I'm being mean. She goes, well, hey, how are you doing? I said, I'm above ground doing great. How about you? Now, I did not expect this to happen. She goes, oh, no, no, I'm not going to be buried underground. I'm going to be cremated. Open that door for me. Open that door for me. I go, really? You don't want to be underground. You're going to be cremated, right? Yeah, yeah, that's the only way to go. We got to save the earth. I'm going, yeah, I agree. I go, so you're going to have people scatter your ashes, right? Oh, yes, I want them to scatter me all over the place. I go, really? You know those ashes aren't going to on the air all the time. I said, they're going to come back to ground. You know when they land, when it rains, your ashes are going to go back into the ground. Freaked her cookies completely out. And I'm like going, oh crap. She almost had a meltdown behind the cash register. I'm like going, okay. I tried to put the card in to pay to get the heck up out of there. Freaked her cookies completely out. I'm like going, people can't be this special that they don't realize that their ashes are going to go back into the ground. You don't just float in air for all the time. I'm not ashamed, not one bit. I was just speaking the truth. Hello, Lynn. How are you doing? Welcome to chat. Yes. Now, she's going by the name Samantha, okay? just messed her up. I just got my stuff and left. The black gentleman in line behind me just busted out laughing and lost it. I wasn't even trying to be mean. I was just having a civil conversation. But it was great. I tell you, it was great. Now, the other one today. Now, I done talked to my other half, and I'm thankful that I don't have to go nowhere tomorrow, or I would be looking at possibly the trifecta. Yep. Today, this time Dollar Tree. I don't know how I find these special people. And no, I'm not talking about anybody disabled or anything like that. These are, dare I say, normal people walking the earth. Just really young people. Let's say that. All right, I'm in Dollar Tree. I get 2 bags of popcorn. That's my addiction. And I pick up a 4 pack of fly tape. I've been looking for these fly tapes forever. Nobody's had them, and I just happened to walk by them at, oh, I'm sorry, not Dollar Tree, Buck and a Quarter Tree. Yes, Buck and a Quarter Tree. Hey, Sue, welcome to chat. Good evening. Oh, I bet you they didn't. Okay, I grabbed 2 bags of popcorn. That's already popped popcorn. One's white cheddar, one's cheddar. I wanted to treat myself. Okay. Kind of, you know how popcorn's in that full bag. Nothing gonna get to it. Okay. These are old fashioned fly strips that are in the container that you have to break the seal on the top to pull out. Okay. So I go up. My mistake. I go to pay for them again. I go up to a cash register. Very young girl, very young girl. She's bagging. Both things are contained. I'm not worried about contamination because Lord knows we're already contaminated enough from the food, the air, the water, yada yada. All right, she checks me out. I see her grab 2 bags of popcorn in the bag, puts the bag up there, and she's got the 2 packs of flush strips different bag. I go, oh no, honey, go and put them in that. That's fine. I kid you not. This is how she responded to me. She holds them up like this. Chemicals. Broke it down in syllables. I look at her. I go, oh, honey child, it's going to be fine. Go ahead, put them in the same bag. She looks at me, deer in headlight look again. But they are chemicals. And I look at her, I said, you mean chemicals? I said, yeah, they're fine. We eat worse things than that, honey child. Put them in the bag. I paid. She goes, you want a receipt? I said, no, I'm getting up out of here. Out the door I went. Oh my God, that's two different ones, 2 different stores in 2 days. I'm not going nowhere because I know I'll hit the trifecta. It'll be a 2 day thing. Oh, she had a heart attack because I made her put them in the bag with the popcorn. Both both items completely sealed off, no way to contaminate one another. And she about had a heart attack. Yeah, I know. I'm having to deal with internet because I'm not going through that door. Let's see. Let's see about getting it over here. I'm going to find a way. Oh my God, paint shed. Kids in a paint. But yeah, I bet you that was fun. There we go. It's working again. I bet you that was fun trying to get the cat untangled from that. But yeah, I just totally messed that woman all up. Now, these are the old fashioned fly tapes that are in the canisters where you have to break the seal, pull the lid, the metal lid out, and pull the tape out. There is no way that the bag of popcorn was going to cross contaminate with the fly strips at all. And I'm just like going, and she broke the word chemical into down into symbol. The yeah, broke it syllables. Yeah, and I'm like going, honey child, please. I'm like going, I speak English. I don't need words broke down into syllables. I'm not at a spelling contest. But even the people behind me was only messed up two people in 2 days' time, not even trying. But I'm not going to lie, I have always had a mischievous side. Don't open the door for me because I'll have way too much fun with it. Hey Blues, welcome to chat. How are you doing? Yeah, I can't help it. I'm outside. I'm doing the best I can with the internet. I am trying my best. Love you guys, but I don't want to catch stomach flu. Not about to. So we're just going to have to ride this ride best we can. But yeah. And I'm telling you, the woman at Bucket a Quarter Tree, you should have seen her eyes. They bugged out of her head. And deer in headlight. It was like I was, in the White House or somewhere fixing to push the red button or something. I'm telling you, these people, they're special. Yeah, it ain't Dollar Tree anymore, Buck Quarter Tree. I'm waiting for them to change the signs. Oh, a good one about Bucket a Quarter Tree. They have the sign up now at this one close to me trying to explain that they're sorry that everything, most of everything, there's still, if you hunt, there's a few things at Dollar Tree. They're apologizing because a bucket a quarter. And since the prices have gone up, we're going to make sure that we have better quality stuff and more merchandise coming in. I'm going, oh, wow. And I busted out laughing. I couldn't help it. I'm like going, you increase everything by a quarter. Quality hasn't changed. Price selection or thing selection of goods hasn't changed. Good luck on getting extra stuff in. And I'm like, yeah, y'all be ashamed of yourself trying to pull this crap on people. And like, I got more sense than that. I just had a little sparrow come up to visit. Oh God, am I buffering again? No, it's not going to bring much more quality. But no, I'm trying to watch this crazy sparrow over here. That robin I just knew was going to fly in and just nail me in the head. Y'all would have enjoyed that one. Bob and Dom, yeah. Um, I think, but I haven't gone shopping, adventuring for a while now. Um, I think Millington has Bob Below or something like that. I haven't been in one of those stores yet. I need to check it out. But man, I tell you, I miss Fred's. I used to enjoy Fred's. I miss my Kmart blue light specials because Kmart had good popcorn. Oh man, Fred's was a good store. Love Fred's. Oh, believe me, I know it's not going to change. I just busted out laughing about the sign, and I'm like going, y'all ought to be ashamed of yourselves. Just one lie after another. Woo! I would have probably got mad, pulled the bag open a little bit, and says, "Okay, here's my two beans. Can I have the rest of the stuff?" But yeah, I haven't seen any of that. I have heard about the rationing, but we have not seen it here, thankfully. But I'm still mad about all the canning jars. You know, no, you can't, you know, we don't have canning jars. We don't have canning. And poof, you got canning jars. Yeah, because it would be a limit of two per each item, because that's what it says, the limit of two. But these, was it a younger lady or somebody young checking you out? They don't understand. They just don't get it. They don't. And it's the Common Core teachings, which is just ruining children, ruining them. I haven't used them, but we've got a good stock of lids put back. I don't know what he thought he was doing when he was able to work, but that man, every time he had to stop in a town somewhere else far away from us, but this was last year when, lockdowns and everything, because that man didn't have a day off in lockdown. I think it was a contest for him to stop at a Walmart in that town and see if he could find lids. Because let me tell you, that man found lids all over the place. Yep, we're doing good on lids. Because that man, I tell you, he was adamant about bringing canning lids home. Now, once in a while, he'd bring jars home. At one time, he just shocked the daylights out of me and had 10 cases of jars and had this blanket thing. I don't even know where he bought the blanket at. Had them all covered up in the front of the big truck he drives. And he said he wanted to make sure he didn't get attacked by anybody for the canning jars. I just looked at him. I'm like, going, thank you. Yeah. Next year seeds, save your seeds from this year because you're going to need to with this grand solar minimum. Each year it's going to be a stress on the plants, and you're going to want to keep your seed stock as strong as possible. Yeah, I'm getting close to that. I don't know if any of y'all saw my community tab post, but this past weekend, unfortunately, it's over now, and I don't celebrate Earth Day. There's a reason behind that. Uh, So True Seeds had free shipping on orders weekend. I'll tell you the reason why I don't celebrate Earth Day. Most people don't get it because they're not to the information. Now, I used to celebrate Earth Day until I found out the truth. Yes, I ordered a few I didn't have from them as well. Couldn't order much, but I did get some because thankfully no, not that their shipping's high. Their shipping's really good, but still more than happy to help a company that hires Americans to grow the seed stock. Reason why I don't celebrate Earth Day is when I become enlightened about the meaning behind about celebrating, you know, the bounty, the beauty of nature and what all it gives to us. No, it was the baseline to start the agendas up. I have pinned at the top, and there goes my internet acting up again. I'm talking about this. Um, I have it pinned on my MeWe page. They started Earth Day because one of the founders of Earth Day is one of the elites that we have to watch out for. And the green something something bill, every bill was passed because you know think of Earth Day, do something that's sneaky. That's sneaky. Their agendas pass. And that is exactly why I do not celebrate Earth Day. And anyway, if we wanted and truly should celebrate Earth Day, we should be giving thanks for the bounty of the land every day, not once a year. I save seeds in pill jars, vitamin jars, envelopes, the cellophane off of cigarette packs, Ziploc baggies, uh, paper bags, envelopes. Um, there for a while, I had some corn seed in the what is it, 20-ounce Coke bottles. I save seeds whenever and however I can. They will keep as long as you take care of them. Don't freeze your seeds unless the only time you freeze your seeds, and I don't do it most of the time, and you see my stuff germinates, is cold stratification. You can do that in the fridge. I done mine naturally. That's just like the pecans that I planted. I planted them last fall. They're coming up. Hey Duval, welcome to chat. Good evening. You got to remember, a lot of the seeds um, are not cold tolerant, so you got to be careful because it can weaken them and kill them, dry them out. You don't have to freeze them to stimulate winter. You can put them in the fridge. I put them in fridge as short as 5 days. They've germinated. That's just like the citrus tree seeds shouldn't have germinated and should have died over winter. Let me tell you, that shed was cold. I'm pointing because the shed's over in front of me. Sorry, y'all. Um, germinated. The lemon germinated, Sumatra oranges germinated, the honey tangerine seeds germinated. In the fridge, and the grid goes down. But yeah, you know how I store seeds? And I've had 12 and 13-year-old seeds germinate. I store them in a big plastic tote. That's it. Put them back and keep them that way. As long as you keep them um, from getting wet and everything, they'll be fine. Mine go through the changes at the house and they're fine. I just don't let them get wet. But yeah, I'm still shocked that the the first lemon trees seeds that I planted last year, I don't know how they're alive. I have no clue whatsoever. I had come out, checked the honey tanger, what is now known as the honey tangerine seeds. They have been outside with the Osage orange seeds because I didn't think they was going to germinate. They've been through snow, they've been through ice. Poof, here they come up. And the poor lemon seeds that were up of moisture one. Let me tell you, that soil was so dry it was like dust. And them babies were germinating in it. I don't know how. I don't understand why. But you know what? I'm beyond thankful. Them babies are alive. And I'm shocked at how many Osage oranges are also known bodock trees. I am shocked. Crazy. Crazy. And I'm gonna have bukus of pecan tree. See, I just store mine in separate, containers. And yeah, I don't do no special storage for them at all. Nothing special. They all get tossed in a big plastic tote with the lid, and they do just fine. I had, what was it, 12, 13-year old, one or other, 12 or 13-year old tomatoes that germinated last year, and they were perfectly fine. Uh oh, did I freeze up again? Sorry, y'all. I'm not trying to make y'all sick. There we go. Yep, hedge apple trees. Yes. Yeah, don't treat. That's just like I'm gonna do a post later on, see if anybody's interested. I'm gonna put some of my hog's brain cowpeas up for sale. They're in a quart jar and they're perfectly fine. Yep, chocolate boxes is a good one. Yeah, the name I was trying to think of. But yep, those make wonderful protection plants. If you want to do a nice row of them, see they used to use them back in the day, the hedge apples, Osage orange, bodock trees. They used to grow them in a line, and you didn't have to use fencing. Because believe me, you get stuck by one of them thorns, you're going to, well, more like going to know it. And a lot of times, little infection if you ain't careful. Well, infection if you don't pay attention to it. I'm fine with that. If you ain't supposed to be on my property, don't be going through the trees. You had it. My other half is trying to drive me crazy. Uh, I told him, now this was months back. I told him there's a couple of seeds I'd like, different seeds I'd like to get a hold of. Excuse me, y'all. Um, he goes to ordering seeds, and I'm like, I don't know where these seeds you are ordering coming from. You got to be careful about this. He said they're not from China. I said, how do you know? Yeah, seeds last longer than people give them credit for. But no, I've got to now, and I don't know why I bought elderberry seeds when I do elderberries by cuttings, but we're going to try the elderberry seeds. Um, he got some raspberry seeds, and I've got to go back home. I finally found the envelope where he stuffed all these little secret seeds he was ordering. And so I got to figure out what on earth I have to plant. And then I've got those that the few that I've ordered that I've got to plant. And things are going to get interesting. I've still got to check on all those elderberry cuttings, see how they're doing. Yep, it depends on which burial mounds. I'm not interested in planting nothing from one of my people's burial grounds. Those are meant to be left alone. You're not supposed to bother the dead, not whatsoever. I don't want nothing coming after me. But yep, as long as you take care of your seeds, don't let them get wet, and just try to get as. Here, I'm gonna put the camera down a little bit, get out of that light. So now maybe it won't pixelate so much. Okay. Yep, that's a motion detection light coming on. But yep, I have had a lot of good things germinating, things that I didn't expect to germinate, and also my little I die laughing. I call them the resurrection plants. I'll tell you, I have a lot of resurrection plants coming up. Yes, that's true. Now there is, yes, they are. They are growing those too. Hey, Ark Wildman, I hope you're feeling better. Welcome to chat. Now there is a few exceptions on seeds about being careful how long to store your seeds. Now, ramp seeds are one in particular that if they're past 2 years old, the germination ability goes down. There's a few seeds out there that, yes, too long, but the way I look at it, if you plant yearly, you're not going to have to worry about that. Hey, Michelle Freeman. I'm being watched. She's mad at me. Welcome to chat. I hope you're doing well. She's so mad. She wants outside. One, she can't come outside because it's been raining and muddy. Two, I don't want to pat on her because she's been around the sick family members. I'm not taking no chance of catching the cooties. I'm so happy we have an Aussie in chat. Now, I'm curious, is it morning or evening there? Now, I know it's Monday here, so it's probably already Tuesday there, right? Because I get y'all's time all messed up. I really do. I try to keep up with it. But yeah, she's getting aggravated because she can't get to me. You should have heard her when I first got here, when I first come in the driveway to come through the gate. Talking about the lonesome howl. Poor thing. She was singing the song of her people like no tomorrow. Poor little thing. She's so used to. Okay, Tuesday morning, 10:22. Okay, 5:15. Oh lordy, 15 hours ahead of me. Okay, okay, we got this. I'm gonna try to remember that. Now, I might ask you again. Just bear with me. I won't ask you tonight. It might be on down in a different chat. But yeah, she was singing the song of her people because she couldn't get to me. I wonder how long it's going to be before I see the pull down blind dance again. I haven't seen the Carolina Wrens come in yet. So, did anybody have any plant questions? And hopefully, I'm not buffering too bad. And also, if y'all don't mind, please click like if you're enjoying. Click the like button if you're enjoying yourself. I appreciate it. Oh, good grief, a mosquito. Last thing I need. I don't know if y'all can hear. Oh no, don't tell me. I'm locked up again. Am I buffering again? I see you, Jana. I see you. Love you, Jana. Yes, this is my coffee cup. Yes, I'm serious about my coffee. My coffee is very serious. Yes, I do companion planning. Yes, I do. I have, let's see, one, I done the video on the one big pot. Either wasn't, didn't have a big enough eye on it, or potatoes go bad, or it's going slow. There's a multitude of things, believe me. Let me see. Let's see. Companion planning. Yes, I do a lot of companion planning. Um, on my tomato rows, especially, I'll do a tomato and a marigold tomato, a basil tomato, marigold tomato, basil, or tomato basil, tomato basil. Depends on how many basils germinate for me. But I do companion planting throughout the garden. Once I finally, ever to gracious, could safely walk in my garden, y'all will see. just could safely walk in my garden. Y'all will see. Um, as for the potato question, there's just some that don't germinate. Some germinate slowly. It might have rotted. You never know. I have that big pot. What I was trying to say a while ago, I have the big pot of potatoes that I planted on. Sorry, y'all. Planted Okay. I planted back on Irish Day, also known as St. Patrick's Day. Other got that healed, and they're the strongest potato plants I've seen yet. And I see, I have that big one. I I've been shuffling trying to get enough pots. I don't have enough things to plant my potatoes in. I see, I have a whole bunch of 5-gallon buckets with potatoes. I have big pots, planters with potatoes. I found three, four, 3 or 4. I scrounged up 3 or 4 5-gallon grow bags. I was contemplating taking out the dianthus out of the grow off grow bag, which I might do and repot up with some dianthus I have because it's getting really big, and I need that bag for potatoes. I have so many potatoes to plant. Oh my gracious. Let's see. But yes, I companion plant a lot. I truly believe in it, and it does work. It does work. A lot of things. If you plant onions and garlic, of course, now it's hard to plant. You're not really supposed to be planting garlic now in your garden because it's almost time for garlic to be being harvested here soon, and just all kinds of things. Yeah, I need to get a whole bunch of 5-gallon buckets or those big cat litter buckets. Hey Heather, how you doing? Welcome to chat. I don't have many of those because I don't have a dog. Now, those must be some really interesting artichokes. I'm sorry, I had to laugh. I was trying to behave. I had to laugh on that one. Yeah, squirrels are notorious for destroying everything. Yep, having a great day so far, just aggravated with the internet connection. Now, those artichokes could be really good to keep people out of your garden as well. Yep, sunchokes. Yep, I know what you mean. I couldn't help it. I had to laugh. Believe me, I've been trying to catch those when I worked at the botanic garden. Uh, I could get them left and right, and then they started getting to where they didn't because of the pandemic. They didn't want to give free things away. They'd rather throw stuff away. But I try to catch them every time I can. That's good. But yeah, when your plant starts dying back really good, yep, that's when those babies are ready to come out. Now you want to make sure you do it on a dry day. And be very, if you've never harvested potatoes again, you've got to be careful when you get them out of buckets or grow bags or anything like that, and especially even in the ground. Those skins are fragile, and that's why you need to let them cure, but not in direct sunlight, because then they'll turn green on you. And you definitely don't want no sunburnt potato. But yeah, it's going to be a while before I'm harvesting um, harvesting my potatoes, because I'm just getting a late start. But the reason I have so many potatoes, tomato blight, um, Epsom salt, Epsom salt, and make sure that you keep all suckers trimmed out of your tomatoes because they need airflow. The more airflow, the better. And of course, right now it's out of our hands controlling the water, and that's why I'm not even worrying about my garden. It's going to be a jungle by the time I finally am safely able to walk in it. Like, I don't know if y'all heard in the the first chat. I don't think y'all heard me, but on the right side of my garden where I have Biontopia, well, I finally got that all mulched. Well, day four yesterday, I tried to walk out on it to go check because I want to get my hills cleaned out, get the weeds growing, pull all the weeds out of them and get them fertilized. I started across there. It felt like I was walking on a waterbed. So back out of there I come real fast because I'm like going, oh no, no, I'm no, quick mud is not any fun. But yeah, it's just going to be a really interesting season, unfortunately. And tomorrow I'm gonna try to start my seeds because there was no need to start them any sooner. One, we've been cold. Tomorrow night we're supposed to be going down to 40 again. This is unheard of for us, but that's why I tell people get prepared because this grand solar minimum is going to mess us all up garden wise every single year. Um, 4 foot will be fine. Just make sure it's a strong trellis because I have grown all kinds of stuff on the. I go to Lowe's and get the orange construction netting like fence. I have no problem growing my pole beans, my cowpeas, all of that on that. Let me tell you, them loofah, if loofah gave it a run for its money, you've got to have a strong trellis for those loofahs. But 4 foot tall will be good enough, but you're going to have a longer section of it. I don't doubt it. You're liable to find all kinds of stuff. I had to watch them sweet potatoes last year because when the way I do my sweet potato slips, I plant them in dirt instead of doing the water trick. I had sweet potato slips coming up all summer long. And I finally just quit harvesting them to plant them and had to just let them grow on their own. Slime, Slimax vines, I have no clue what that is. I'm, I'll probably know them by another name. I've never heard of Slimax. But yeah, it should be strong enough, Renee. It should be. But yeah, I must know that by something else because I've never heard. Greenbrier, sawbriar. See, that's what I know them by here is sawbriar. But yeah, sawbriar is very good to eat as long as you catch them young. Yeah, sawbriars. And they'll eat you up if you ain't careful. But you got to catch them young because the older ones get tougher. You know how us older people are, we all get tougher. And, a little tenacious. Now, I haven't ate any of the roots, but I have ate sawbriar, which I've got to try sometime this week or Sunday. I've got to get across over into the woods and harvest what I can. Well, not harvest, but save as much as I can before, anything else gets started over there. Hold on. Oh, believe me, if it's anything. See, here's the thing that makes me mad when I kept telling them that the floodplain, about the floodplain, it's going to flood, it's going to flood. Well, they thought the floodplain is the creek that runs along back there. No, it comes from due west of them. The reason I know is before we moved to our place, we found out that that whole floodplain comes up and across that highway where all those trailers are going to be parked up into the woods. We've got a buffer because the railroad is, about 8 feet high. So we got and it's solid rock. So we got a small buffer, but on down the road, no, it doesn't run that high. But the floodplain comes back up halfway into our backyard. And they didn't, Corps of Engineers. I don't trust the Corps of Engineers as far as I can throw them because of this. We got kudzu. That was going to be excellent for soil erosion. Well, we've seen what kudzu has done for the South. But yeah, it should be a really muddy mess because imagine that's deeper into the floodplain than my backyard is, and I can't even walk in my backyard, well, down where my garden is. Imagine what it's probably like over there. And I busted out laughing. I couldn't help it. I'm like going, y'all just really think I'm stupid, don't you? Well, we elevated the ground some, and the Corps of Engineers said that's all we needed to do. Good luck. Good luck. That's not how somebody, gets out of being in a floodplain. You elevate the ground a little bit. Yes, kudzu is edible, but trying to get rid of it when the roots go beyond 14 feet in the ground is a different story. Actually, kudzu is known for they make medicine out of it for to help cure alcoholics. And now I will admit, when kudzu blooms, it smells like grape now laters. It's amazing. It does make an amazing you amazing jelly out of the blooms. But other than that, no. They should have never brought that crap over here. They should have never, ever brought that crap and privet hedges over here. Hey, Audrey, how are you doing? But yeah, I mean, it's bad when goats really don't like kudzu either. Now they'll eat it, but they're not even big on. I mean, a goat would rather eat a sawbriar before they'll eat kudzu down here. That says something right there. Yep, it's almost impossible to get rid of because roots go on, and I refuse to use Roundup or anything by that horrible company. Uh, Kudzu originates, if I remember right, it's either Japan or China. It's one of those countries. Go figure. That's just like the Chinese privet. That crap should have been left over in China as well. Oh no, David, I'm sorry you got burnt. I'm happy that it's working for you though. Man, be careful now. Keep an eye on that. And burns hurt. I research so much and try to keep up with so much up here. I have to take notes at times. As I'm going to drop this down, hopefully it won't pixelate so bad. Trying to avoid the lights. Yep, and it's going to change yearly, and people's going to have to get used to it. This is the grand solar minimum, folks, and it's not anything to joke about. Each year it's going to get rougher, and it's going to be completely different. And yeah, we're going to start learning what winters are like again. We haven't had a winter in a I mean, an actual winter. We're going to see winters as bad as when, those pilgrims, Jamestown. And you know what happened to the people in Jamestown? They dropped like flies. That's what we're going to be, having to get used to. Basically, it's going to be a cool down and a mini ice age. Now, I'm not talking about, everything's just going to freeze and everything. But yeah, we're in for a world of change, and gardening is going to be hard for everyone. And I'm talking about longer winters. Sorry, North. This includes you too. Longer winters. We're going to all experience stronger storms, more intense hurricanes. This is a natural occurrence, and none of us was alive 400 years ago when the last one come rolling through. Every 400 years, this happens. Last time it happened, it crushed Europe really hard. There was, what is it, pestilence? There was famines, all kinds of stuff. Yeah, and ungodly cold temperatures. So, yeah, it's not any paranormal, uh, paranoia, any of that. It happens. It's a weather cycle. Well, get ready. That's going to change. It's going to definitely change because we're all in for a wake up, and it's nothing we can stop. We have to roll with it, learn from it, and that's why I tell people keep a journal, a yearly journal. If you can, write in it daily what your weather's like, what happened that day weather wise. You know, as we go along, take notes about how well something, grew and how your harvest went, and, you know, keep up because each year we're going to have to fall back onto the year before to see kind of what was going on because each year is going to be different. But yep, we had here, we had 3 ice storms and a snowstorm. Last year, the only winter weather we had was snowpocalypse. Now, don't get me wrong, snowpocalypse was bad enough. Man, I wish I could. I would love to have a greenhouse. The only thing I have is my poor little hoop house that could. One day I'm holding out hope I'm gonna finally get a greenhouse. But I've seen there were some there there was one, and everybody, not everybody, but I've seen a lot of people get them. They've been getting them off of either Amazon or the one at Lowe's on the Lowe's website, and they're a little over 200. Hey Tamara, welcome to chat. Sorry, y'all, trains coming through. Oh no, I am so sorry to hear that. You definitely better believe I will keep her and you in my prayers, definitely. I am so sorry to hear that. Pancreatitis is dangerous. I definitely will be on, make sure that y'all are covered in prayers. Yeah, and it's going to go for uh, below the equator as well. I mean, I would be tickled to death with a second-hand greenhouse. I'd be more than happy. But yeah, the now I've seen people they do oh, this train, I swear. It sounds like it's right behind us, and it's not. It's a good ways away. Um, what is it? It's what is it? 8 foot wide, 8 foot tall, and I think 20 feet long. It's 239 or 249 on Lowe's. Now there's some also being sold on Amazon. There's a lot of videos out there where people are buying the cheaper greenhouses, doing a little remodel work on them, and they said they work great. She should have been sitting on that porch with the BB pellet rifle and taught them kids some, life learning lessons. Or slingshot. Oh, you lucked up on that one. I would have jumped on that in a heartbeat. That there's no excuse in that. Hey, cool weather farmer, welcome to chat. I'm glad you could make it. We're having a little fun with chat tonight, but we're gonna make it through. Sorry, I know I'm starting to pixelate like crazy. It's getting darker out here. I'm glad you could make it because it's been interesting tonight. But yeah, unfortunately, I need one of the I don't need a great big giant one, but I need a bigger one for, a lot of the things that I grow because apparently I have acclimated a lemon tree to survive up here. I don't need, it heated, the greenhouse heated during the winter because I done found out my citrus will live through the winter here. Even though we got down to 8, that little lemon tree survived in that hoop house. If I could just get one to where, I could keep the frost off the plants, they'll survive. Hey, Robin, thanks for dropping by. I appreciate it. Yes, I have canned cabbage. Now, I will admit that it was corned beef and cabbage that I canned. Now, I know uh 1870 homes, what is it, homestead, and my favorite is Simply Living Alaska. They also can, now of course it don't have the mayonnaise and stuff in it. They can coleslaw as well. That's fine. That's fine. I'm more than happy that you come in to chat. I appreciate it. I am always thankful when people take time out of their busy schedule to spend time and talk and chat. It means the world to me. 'Cause I know everyone's busy and your time is precious, and I appreciate you spending your time with me. But now I have not. Okay, let me go back to the canned coleslaw. Sorry, I have squirrel moments, and I admit it. Uh, I have not canned the coleslaw before, but from what I've heard, it's wonderful. Uh, now, Simply Living Alaska's coleslaw looks really good. Um, let's see, I canned corned beef and cabbage, and that turned out really good. Um, let's see, I have canned cabbage that was cut up and put into soup. But as for just I have canned sauerkraut. But I have not tried the canned coleslaw. It looks good, but to be honest, I'm trying canned stuff that is of substance. Hey, that means more cabbage for you. That's how I look at it. If they don't like it, fine with me. I'm going to eat it. Yes, sweet potato leaves, sweet potato stems, they are delicious. If you go back into my videos, my playlist section, I think I've moved it. I still have some more videos to work on, but I believe I moved it into cooking. Let's see, cooking Southern my way. I have at least one video of where I made sauteed sweet potatoes leaves. They are good. They taste almost close like a spinach. Yes, I love sweet potato leaves, the stems, but you've got to be careful. You don't want to harvest so many from your vines that it's detrimental to the potatoes that are growing in the ground. But yes, they're delicious. I love sweet potato leaves. I actually dehydrated a bunch of them as well because they are good in soups, sauteed, stir fries. Yeah. And I've ate them for a long time. You're welcome, more than happy. There's all kinds of weird stuff in my video section. Now, another one, if you live in a warm climate and you love spinach, I'm telling you, Malabar spinach is the best thing on earth. That stuff will take over, but if you like spinach, it's the next best thing to real spinach, and it grows like crazy in the summer because you're not growing no spinach in the summer down here in the south because it will bolt on you or fry in a heartbeat. That's why we have to grow it in the spring and late fall because, yeah, summertime you ain't growing no spinach unless it's way up under a shade tree, and even then it's going to be hard to grow. I'm trying to think what else I've got coming up. That's just, I'm telling you, the miracle plants, stuff that I knew was on my all of my black-eyed Susans that I bought on clearance last fall for $2 a pot. They're all up. Every one of them lived. My um, extra echinaceas I bought on clearance for $2. They have resurrected. They're up, so I've got to get them planted. Of course, all my greens are bolting, so I'm going to pull them up and figure out what I'm going to plant where they're at, as if I can walk to the raised bed. Um, let's see, I'm trying to think. And there's a bat. Okay, sorry, squirrel moment. This is what happens when I sit outside to do live streams with y'all. Nature comes and I have a squirrel moment. Uh, because here it's pretty good to sit outside. Now, back at the house, I try to sit outside, I'm going to be carried off by mosquitoes. Let's see. Trying to think what else I have coming up. I know tomorrow I've got to work on the pecan video. Those pecan trees are coming up like crazy. Oh, I've got uh, orange carrots up, and I've got purple carrots up. I have so many more potatoes because apparently potatoes have gone crazy sprouting all over the place. I looked up a couple weeks ago, and on clearance they threw 2 bags of organic potatoes on clearance. Oh my, because they were sprouting. You better believe I grabbed them for 99 cents. Yeah, a piece. Yep. I grabbed those bags of potatoes, got them planted day before yesterday. Let's see, what else have I done? No, no, I lied. I planted them yesterday because day before yesterday I was at the botanic garden. Um, uh, oh, Beverly, if you're still here, yes, they are. Their plants are really hyper active this year about wanting to grow. I've noticed this. So I'm beginning to wonder if we're going to have a really bad winter this coming year. Because, I mean, the oak trees bloomed and leafed out faster than I've ever seen them leaf out. Um, just about all the trees have leafed out earlier than they should have. Now, of course, the black walnuts and pecans are on time. They haven't quite leafed out yet, so it should be here before long. But Beverly, if you're still here, there'll be another iris bloom video coming out. It'll be a short in a couple of days because I had irises bloom overnight. That's how fast they're blooming. And yeah, it's just like, y'all can slow down now. Anybody else have any questions they needed answered? I am more than happy to help. Or curious about anything. Oh, and another thing, I have so much wild lettuce coming up in the yard. It's incredible how much I have. And I dug up a bunch of it to transplant, and it don't even look like I made a dent in the amount that I have. Oh no, I didn't die or freeze. Nope, it's still working. Well, everyone, I guess I'm gonna call it a night. We're at 8:04, even though it's been interesting. Oh my gracious, Audrey. You really want this chat to last a long time, don't you? I'm gonna try to sow some of my seeds tomorrow, especially my tomatoes and peppers. They'll grow fast here, but I can't get them in the ground no time soon. Did you put any Epsom salt in with your peppers? Always remember, everyone, Epsom salt and for your uh, Epsom salt and calcium for your tomatoes and peppers. Oh, you're gonna be busy for a while in my playlist. Now, some of my videos I haven't moved to playlist because I didn't know to make playlists in the beginning. I just made videos. So I'm still trying to work on it, but I haven't got to work on them here in a while. But yep, I am so looking forward to seeing y'all next week already. I love doing live streams. It's so much fun. And Audrey, we're going to have to contemplate the answer to that one. There's all kinds of answers to the meaning of life. Basically, be thankful for everything. Give thanks daily for being above ground. If y'all, and unless you missed the story about being above ground, and just be thankful for everything. Take time to laugh and smile no matter how hard things are, you're still beyond blessed because you're above ground. Any day above ground is a good day because the alternative is not any fun. Yes, I try to use the unflavored Tums tablets, but you can also get regular calcium tablets. It'll work the same as well. Like the generic calcium supplements. Yes, that'll work too. Yes, the eggshells work as well. You can save, if you boil eggs, don't put salt in the water. But if you boil eggs, let your boiled egg water cool down and pour it in a bucket because when you boil eggs, you leach the calcium out of the shells. And you can also use that boiled egg water to water your plants with if you don't put salt in it. If you put salt in it, you'll kill your plants. Okay, I'm gonna head off here, everyone. I apologize that the internet was acting up tonight, but I wasn't going through that door, y'all. I do not want stomach flu, not whatsoever. Now I'll have to go in later on, clean the house and sanitize it, and that way it'll be safe for me. Hopefully, live stream will be inside next Monday. Yes, definitely will keep your mom and you in our prayers for strength because she's going to make it. You just got to stay positive and keep her staying positive as well. Don't let her get down whatsoever. Get her to stay positive. I know she's not feeling good and I know she's sick, but keep talking to her. She cannot get down at all. She's got to stay positive. I've enjoyed myself, everyone. I hope, well, tell her you love her and you need her, that you're not done with her yet. And that, and hopefully that'll, you know, give her a little more inspiration because I know pancreatitis is horrible. I haven't had it myself, but I know others who have, and it's horrible. But tell her that you're not done with her yet, and you need your mama. And keep us posted, Tamara. Please let me know how everything's going. Everyone, take care. I want to thank you each so very much for spending time in chat and coming to visit because I know all of y'all's time is precious and I am beyond thankful for everyone that spent time with me this evening and all the owls. I have enjoyed myself greatly. May you each be blessed. Take care, and I'll see you again. Who knows? I'll see y'all soon. Everybody have a blessed evening.